Q&A. My name's Simon. Thanks for joining me. Hey, Mass, how's it going? Give me a second just to catch up with everything here. Just gone live and making sure I've got all my chats ready to go. Instagram's here. Let's go live there. TikTok. This one down here. I'm trying to make sure I've got all my chats available on the screen here. How is everyone doing? So just a little bit disorganized here. I thought I was all organized and turns out I wasn't. So how is everyone doing? Hope everyone's having a good day. Hope everyone had a good weekend as well. So we've just finished the weekend, haven't we? So let's just check that. Need to turn the sound off on that one. Hopefully the internet's working okay. My Ethernet was playing up a little bit earlier on. But awesome. Hey, AK, how's it going? Thanks for joining us. Let's get the multi-stream chat going here. And yeah, awesome. Looks like we're okay. Twitter. I'm wondering how we do the Twitter one. Oh well, I guess just have to manage without profile. I've got no idea. Oh well, who knows? So yeah, today we're doing an Amazon FBA Q&A. So if you've got any questions about Amazon FBA, you can come and ask me, and I'll do my best, or very best, to answer those questions. Let me just put a quick announcement out. Everyone, we are live. Just quickly throw that out there. Oh, I'm disorganized. I thought I was all sorted, but then I lost all my settings and had to start again. We're all good though. There we go. Cool. I think I'm monitoring everything now. So cool. Awesome. So hey, V11TD, how you doing? Thank you for joining us from Instagram. I do appreciate it. So MTT's asking, when are we off to Dubai? I'm off in a few days. I fly on the 27th. So, yeah, not very long, really. I've spent all day today clearing up my apartment, donated so many clothes, like 3 or 4 bin bags of clothes, other bits as well. Just had a massive clear out. I've boxed up some more stuff to go out as well to Returnify. Shout out to Returnify. And yeah, it's been a very busy day, and then I was all like horrible, so I had a shower, and now we're jumping into live. So yeah, it's been a busy old day, but my apartment is looking much cleaner. Maybe not in here, but everywhere else it is. So but no, it's looking awesome. So let me just catch up with the old chat here. Thank you for joining us, by the way. 8K Bert's Bits, hey, how's it doing? Thanks for joining us, buddy. Hi Isa, how's it going? I apologize, I think I had a call with you today and I totally forgot it. I'm terrible at that, to be honest. I had a call with someone anyway, and I just realised for this that I totally forgot it, so I do apologise. We'll have to reschedule that. Hey, Claudia, how's it going? Thanks for joining us. Listing with many variations. Is it possible to quickly see how many SPM each variant has? Yes, if you look at what Amazon tells you. So if Amazon's telling you whether it's 50 or more, then you know it's 50. If it says under the title like 700 per month or whatever, that's the quickest way. If you don't see that, it means essentially it's less than 50. In which case, I'm sorry, I'm just pouring myself a drink here. In which case, use something like Keeper and look at the drops per month. It's not a hoot super accurate, but it gives you a rough idea, I guess. A somewhat rough idea. Yeah, we've got a few people joining us from Instagram, which is awesome. Actually, this is not working. I thought I was meant to have a viewer count on the top left-hand side, but doesn't seem to be working. Oh well. Do I have to put it above everything else? Maybe. I don't know. This software is a bit glitchy. It's multi-streaming software. So cool. Anyway, we've got Twitch going, which is over here. We've got Kick. No one watches on Kick though. We've got obviously YouTube, where everyone is, and I do appreciate you guys tuning in on YouTube. And we've got TikTok. I feel like I'm missing one. I don't know, maybe Twitter, I think, but anyway, it's all good. So yeah, let's have a look here. Catch up with the old chat here. I'm trying to do this and have like loads of different chats open so I can just don't miss anything, because apparently this Streamlabs thing, as cool as it is, it doesn't have the chats from most of these ones. You have to have them separate, which is a bit rubbish, really. But yeah, so yeah, sorry about missing that. I totally literally forgot. I'm so bad. 8K, yeah, gonna be a busy day for me today. Tomorrow I have lots of prep because I've been very lazy. Yeah, we'll get on. You stay on top of that if you can, absolutely. Prep sucks though. At some point, prep center, but yeah. So Ibrahim is saying you moved today again. Oh, what happened with you move today? I have not been updated on that. So has something else happened, or I've not kept up to date with the sort of chats. But yeah, let's have a look here. I don't know if there's any updates. Let me know what the update was on that one. But yeah, any other questions you've got about Amazon, let me know. So one thing today, past few days I've been actually more than that actually. Oh, Section 3's all around. Oh my God. Okay, I've not even seen that. So, oh, okay, I'm totally out of touch on that. So crazy. Who got Section 3 then, and what for? What was it? What moves was it? So I don't think I got Section 3. I hope. I've not looked at my Amazon account today. I've been too busy. But yeah, thanks for joining us, by the way, Abraham. Thanks, Sati, for joining us. Yeah, past sort of, I guess it's been like 3-4 weeks now. I've been helping someone try and get their account back. And, you know, oh yeah, Scott's saying loads of Section 3s. Oh my God, okay. Quite a few people saying this, I guess. Nuts. I have not been up to date with everything. Let me have a look in the old chat, in the old YouMove chat and stuff. So have a look here in the YouMove chat and Profit Sweep and a few other places. Yeah, I'm not. Do someone want to give me an update on what's happened apart from just Section 3s? Yeah, I've had my interview ages ago. I never heard anything about it, so I don't know what's going on there. But yeah, crazy. That is not good. Why is someone tagging me here? Can we participate if we're lifetime? I'm not sure what that is. Oh, okay, I see. Yeah, for the old Profit Sweep giveaway I'm doing in the group. But yeah, so I'm trying to help this guy get his account back, and yeah, one of the things they want is like documentation for all his stuff that's in stock. And what this guy done is, you know, they gave him basically a massive list of ASINs and the quantity. So what he did was send in just like a bunch of invoices to them, and they rejected it. So, you know, while this isn't confirmed, this is going to work. I think the best thing with Amazon Seller Central is to treat them like a 4 or 5-year-old and literally point out like the most obvious things. So, for example, if they asked you for a picture of some farm animals, right, you would send them like, I don't know, a picture of a cow, and then you'd have to put an arrow on the picture and write cow, basically. And, you know, same for a dog, a cat, or whatever. You need to literally point out every single thing for them. So we've been building this like sort of master document for this guy. So, you know, in every invoice, highlighting the exact item, putting the ACE in there, putting a blue box around the billing address, and so the supplier address, the contact information, the billing address, just highlighting literally every single thing. Because I do feel like you have to do that with Amazon Central. I think these guys literally take like 2 or 3 minutes to review like an account deactivation documentation. So this might be good stuff for you guys. And like literally, when you're giving stuff to the Seller Central, pretend they are like a 4-year-old, and literally just highlight everything for them. Make it, there's no excuses. So like, for example, we're doing tracking numbers, and I was like, well, just don't give them the tracking number, give them a screenshot of the delivery, right? And then also highlight where it says delivered, you know. So there's no excuses whatsoever. They have everything, and they can see it in a very brief sort of glance. So we'll see how that goes. I'm feeling very confident about that, but we need to build this whole master document out of it, you know, so that they can see every single ASIN and go, look, here's ASIN, this one. The quantity matches this invoice. On the invoice, we pointed everything out. Here's a tracking thing showing it's delivered, and then doing that for every single ASIN. So they can go through and go, okay, check. All looks good. So yeah, anyway, let me catch up with the chat anyway. So Ish is saying, do you recommend using virtual assistants or VAs to contact wholesalers for someone like myself who is short of time? Absolutely. That is a good strategy. Only if you know how to contact wholesalers. So don't just go and hire one, off you go and contact some wholesalers if you don't know the best approach and the best methods and the best steps to approach wholesalers. If you are very good at opening wholesale accounts yourself, and you've got a certain method that you've documented step by step, you know, contacted them, reaching them out, and if they say no, maybe every few months or month or so you contact them again. If you've got that documented, then yeah, that can work very well. But don't just, and it's the same thing with all VAs, don't just hire a VA to do something you don't know how to do yourself. You know, I'm a big believer of this. Like, you need to know at least to some degree, what you're paying for, essentially what you're hiring them for. But yes, it can be very powerful to use virtual assistants for that, but only if you know how to actually teach them. Otherwise, it's the blind leading the blind. So yeah, Scott is saying across the range apparently from Instagram there. So crazy. Yeah, thanks for joining us, by the way, Scott. Do appreciate it. We've got In Demand FBA joining us as well. A few other people. Yeah, thanks for joining us there, guys. Crazy. I'm trying to catch up with the chat here. AK saying, have you seen seller forms? A guy sourced a product from a distributor. He was approved to sell it and he had authorization letter and he sold the product for 8 months, won 3 authenticity claims. Sure. I've not seller for... Oh, you mean forums? Or but yeah, sure. If you've got authorization from the distributor and everything, you'll be fine for getting, and you're sourcing direct from the distributor, then you should easily win authenticity claims. You can win them with just a normal invoice as long as it's from a legitimate supplier. Hey, Thomas, thanks for joining us. How's it going? So, Ben, thanks for joining us. Is Keeper worth it as a beginner? I'm ungated only 1 to 2 useful brands, and I don't know how I'll be able to find many leads. Keeper is one of the most powerful tools you can get on Amazon, to be honest. And honestly, the price they charge as well is kind of insane. So, do you necessarily need Keeper? No. You kind of have those graphs built into SellerAmp, BuyBot Pro, things like that. But I personally just like to use them separately. That's what I'm used to. And it has a few extra things as well. You've got Keeper Product Finder as well. You can use to find products. It's got a few extra details as well, so it can be very useful. It's only like €19 a month. So if your budget can afford it, then do that. I don't know how much you're starting with. You don't want to, if you've got only $1,000 or £1,000 to basically start with Amazon, don't start racking up all these software costs. It will just wipe out your profit. But yeah, it depends how much money you've got. But I think the two main ones really are just like something like SellerAmp or BuyBot Pro, and then something like Sellerboard or Seller Toolkit. And talking about fantastic softwares, by the way, I want to thank Protector Pro for sponsoring this stream. So yeah, if you want a repricer for Amazon FBA, then that is the best repricer in my opinion. So give that a go if you want to check out a repricer. And to be honest, it's amazing how much difference it makes if you actually use a repricer. So it's got a 7 or 14-day trial. I really need to catch up on that. I think it's 14-day free trial. Give it a go. Link in description for that. It really is fantastic. And thanks again for sponsoring us, Profit Pro. So let me catch up. AK recently got activated. Amazon isn't accepting appeals even after he contacted the team on Amazon. They said Amazon should be approving. They don't know why they're not reactivating. Yeah, this can be an issue. Absolutely. Where for some reason things aren't working. Hey Carbo, how's it going? Hey Jacob, thanks for joining us. We've already mentioned it once already. Carbo. Yeah, okay, yeah, so yeah, we'll see it. Yeah, okay, yeah, it can happen definitely. So I need to hear more about what's going on with Section 3. Is it just like a blanket ban or what's going on? Is this related to the previous one? Where people who are okay or from the previous one, or people who had the previous sort of UMove stuff, and that's now resulted in Section 3s today? Is that what's happened, or is this a new UMove thing? I mean, if you were still selling UMove, by the way, you're crazy, but after the last Section 3. So, or have they backdated all the stuff? I don't know. I'm so out of touch today. Apparently, I'm totally, not seeing all the news. Hey Titchmeister, thanks for joining us. So V12D is saying, is Cogito okay to buy merchandise? Absolutely, it's okay. Just make sure that when you're buying, you are buying with the marketplace invoice. So if you go to your account profile, scroll down a bit, you'll see there's a checkbox for marketplace invoices. Check that and make sure you only buy from suppliers that have the marketplace invoice. That way you've got the Cogito invoice, you've got the marketplace invoice. Those two together will be perfect. And don't forget when you sign up as well, use code FBA Mogul, all caps, the same as the name of this channel. And you can get £100 excluding VAT or £120 including VAT off your first order, which is amazing. And even if you've got an existing account, you can try that code. It might actually give you that credit as well. So worth trying that. FBA Mogul, all capitals. Oh, when's Returnify unit tour? That'd be pretty cool. So, by the way, Jacob, I had 3 boxes go out today. UPS collected them, so expect delivery tomorrow, I think it's going to be. So, yeah, that's my first 3 boxes going out to Returnify today. I've got some more behind me as well that need to go out. Unfortunately, they're all so heavy I can only take so many downstairs, like without breaking into a sweat. So I also can only fit so many in my car as well. I've got a really good system. Not that I get too many things picked up now, but my UPS guy, he's really good. He backs up the van to my car, and I can see it from here, from my window. And then I can open the boot, and the boot just opens up. He pulls the boxes out, and then I close the boot. It's such a good system. But but I don't really get things collected that much anymore. But no, it's all good. So but yeah. So yeah. Any questions, guys? I'm trying to think what questions I've been asked recently. Actually, let me have a look here. Someone just asked about Seller Toolkit in my group, so I've got to obviously push the affiliate link there. So if you want to sign up, there we go. That's how the group survives on affiliate links. So Carbo is saying, give us your honest review of Profit Sweep as it's not in the chat. Easier to be fully open and transparent. Yeah. Well, is he not here? Spence, if you're here, say so. I guess he's not here. No, I think it's a really good group, to be fair. So I'll be honest, though. And I've said this before multiple times, I get overwhelmed with all the pings in there. I think there's too many pings, too many deals. So what I actually have done now is muted most of it. And I really just focus on the Amazon to Amazon and the Amazon to Amazon business. That's kind of what I stick to, really. There's too many items in there, too many pings and stuff. And when there's a big drop on a site, it's too much for me to go to, whether I'm just getting too old now or just don't have enough time to review them all, just get too overwhelmed. I think there's so much in there, I end up trying to do it all and end up doing nothing. Or like buying nothing. So better to, I think, focus on like one strategy. So for me, A2A is a really good strategy and sticking to that. So yeah, V12 saying, sorry, how can I get the link? What link would you like? Was that for Cogita? I can surely hook you up with a link there. Give me 1 second. I'm hoping I should have this on here. Let me have a look. This is testing me now. So if I do Cogita there, hopefully that'll give the link. And there you go. So there you go. That's the link for Cogita into Instagram. Thanks for asking, by the way. So there you go. And then the promotion code is FBA Mogul. So give it a go. One thing I will say about Cogita is you can't just go on there and expect everything to be profitable. Just like with most places, I find that the price drops are where the money's made. So just like with OA, where, you know, if you go onto a normal website, generally things aren't profitable. They're only profitable when they're on sale or there's a price drop. I pretty much find the same for Cogita as well. So yeah, it's good. It's a good site, and I've made a lot of money from them. So yeah, I hope that answered your question, Carbo. So I don't know what you're expecting or not. What's your honest opinion, Carbo, on Profit Sweep? But yeah, I'm trying to think what questions have been asked. I get so many questions. I probably keep like track of all the questions, and yeah. See, so okay, we're talking in 2 different places now. It's gonna be interesting. So how do you do A2A? So A2A, you can't. Well, as far as I'm aware, you really can't do it without a group like Profit Sweep as an example. There are other ones as well, just to be, you know. But I think Profit Sweep's the best, just in terms of the quickest. Although, you know, one reason I was in multiple groups, by the way, is because not one group's going to get absolutely everything. If you want like the full spectrum of deals, it tends to be in 2 or 3 groups. As long as you don't get overwhelmed with all the deals. But yeah, A2A, you basically need someone who's built a bot to monitor all those deals. And then when they ping, you know, the really good ones sell out within a few seconds, like 10, 15, 20 seconds or a minute or so, or whatever. They can be the best ones, basically. But yeah, A2A can be really good, but you can't do it by yourself unless you write your own bot. And even then, people have like exclusive APIs that they're not sharing. Like Spence won't share the API endpoint with me that he's got, despite the fact I promised I would not tell anyone. He would not share it with me, so too secret. But yeah, so he's got some secret knowledge there that I don't know if other people know about it. But yeah, it's yeah. So anyway, A2A is pretty good. But yeah, so I think Isa was asking me how did I start. I generally started with Amazon to Amazon. But yeah, so let's have a look. Thomas is saying, is there any decent B2B marketplace like Cogita for other categories? Not that I'm aware of, to be honest. No, I don't know. That would be good, to be fair. I think Cogita used to do electronics, but they've stopped doing that now. It's just health and beauty. So I saw a guy on YouTube who wholesaled like 100 Bosch drills. So obviously there are wholesalers out there for everything. It's just actually finding them. So there will be a wholesaler out there for Bosch. Now, whether it's direct from Bosch or they've got a distributor or a wholesaler, but that 100 drills could be something from, just an OA thing. It could be B&Q. I think I remember actually Live Cops posted a ping. It might have been, I'm pretty sure it was them, for a Bosch sort of hand screwdriver, I think it was. Yeah, it was like a screwdriver. And you could buy loads of those. Like, I went to my local store, there were like 10 or 20 of them. So it's not that, unfeasible to go and hit 4 or 5 stores and end up with 100 units. That guy might have bought them on wholesale, but he might have just done a bit of OA and, waited for a good deal. And actually, those screwdrivers, I think they tanked a little bit at the beginning, but actually turned out to be very profitable. They're a pretty good lead, actually. So it was Hustle with Heathy or something like that. So yeah, I think he does wholesale a bit. I'm not sure. I don't really follow him that much. Really. I'm aware of him, but I don't really kind of follow him. There are so many like YouTuber, Amazon sellers out there that it's hard to keep up with all of them. But yeah, so 8K is now in Instagram as well. So awesome, I appreciate you joining. So I probably shouldn't do this actually, but let's have a look here. So YouTube's trying to persuade me to turn adverts on. I've made sure they're off this time. I know last time we did. I can set a goal actually. I feel bad about this, but let's just do it anyway. So I don't know if I should post this or not. Oh dear. So you can set goals on YouTube. So one thing I activated was this like super chat thing, and then someone was kind enough to give me a super chat last time, which is kind of crazy. And you can set a goal on YouTube. So it's saying like, pick a goal and then set a timer and then share how you'll celebrate. Interesting. So and maybe I could do something embarrassing. Will I sell myself like for £10 for doing something embarrassing? I don't know. Yeah, it's kind of interesting anyway, seeing all these like features on the social media things. So I know on like Twitch, there's something called Twitch Primes, and I don't know anyway. So it's kind of interesting to see all these kind of like different things on social media. Hopefully, I'll get better at it over time, doing these kind of multi streams and stuff. But Thomas is saying tends to do lower SPM but more profit per item, seems to make a lot. I'm considering raiding my local Tesco. Yeah, absolutely. You should always be going to Tesco's if you want to do some RA. Yeah, I've done both strategies. I've done the sort of low SPM, high profit. I've also done the high sort of SPM, lower profit. I like both models. If you can do both, that's great. I think overall I probably prefer the faster moving products, but at the same time though, you can't go wrong with those kind of like, those slower selling items that make you good money. So you guys already know what my category was for that. And in fact, well, for those of you that don't know anyway, it seems like my Twitch has gone off for some reason. But I used to do Nike sneakers for a long time, and they were really good, and they were slower. Each size was definitely so the trick with sneakers, and I don't know if I've told you guys before, or I've definitely told some people, but maybe not on live stream. But each color and size would maybe only be, maybe the most popular color and size would maybe be 20-30 SPM, let's say for example, and then the least popular color and size, let's say that same color, maybe size 6 and size 13 would only sell like 5 a month, for example. So if you're thinking, why would I bother selling size 13? Well, when there's 14 different sizes for one color, suddenly you can start seeing how you can actually, even like, you wouldn't necessarily just sell one size that sells at 5 SPM, but if you do all the sizes, all 14 sizes, then it actually suddenly adds up to maybe combining total of like 150 to 200 SPM. And then you throw a different color in there as well, a different colorway. If you can get 2 or 3 different colorways, then suddenly it starts to add up. Then you throw in the fact you can do EU sales as well. And then suddenly this thing starts to actually make more sense. So you look at something, it's like, well, it's only 5 SPM, but then it's like, well, I may as well capture that and all the other 5 SPMs as well. Also the more popular ones, and also do other like EU sites and stuff. So I've given away the secret to sneakers there essentially. And I don't do them anymore really. I've got a few left over, but that's pretty much it. But it was amazing the number of people that I spoke to who used to do sneakers on a crazy level. Like I know one guy actually used to have a massive warehouse and he used to do sneaker reselling. and he. When he got into Amazon, he just like, I don't know what to sell. And I was like, at the time I was selling sneakers. I was like, I can't tell you, but you should be selling sneakers. So yeah, it's kind of like the amount of people that used to do sneakers move into Amazon and then don't do sneakers because everyone said don't do them. So yeah, kind of interesting anyway. So let me catch up with the chat anyway. Cardia's saying, if Amazon's on the listing, how come Amazon shares the buy box at all? Do Amazon use a repricer as well? So if you lower the price, does Amazon immediately follow within minutes? Yes. So, sometimes Amazon doesn't share. That's the problem, I suppose. I guess it all comes down to Amazon deciding, are they going to make more money from them just selling the product directly, or are they happy to let, because essentially they can like middleman your stock, and with very little effort. So I don't know. Obviously, no one part Amazon knows exactly why on some listings they decide to share the buy box and sometimes they don't. Generally, it'll probably come down to either profit or customer experience. Mostly profit, I'd say. And yes, they do use a repricer. They'll match you. They'll undercut you. I don't know if I've seen undercutting. They'll definitely match you though. I don't know if I've seen undercutting from Amazon though. But yes, they've got repricers. They've got quite sophisticated stuff going in the background. Hey Rose from Discord, thanks for joining us. I appreciate you coming on and chatting. If you've got any questions, do let me know. Let me just catch up quickly with so 8K saying, is there a way with YouTube comments automatically read instead of you reading it? Maybe, yeah, there might be, but that might be kind of maybe. I don't know. It could be interesting. I'm sure there is. I'm sure there's loads of different features. I probably should actually do some like research and actually watch some like Twitch streamers or whatever, some gaming, and see how people are doing and maybe pick up a few ideas from there. Obviously, I'm not going to do any kind of like crazy graphics like gaming channels do, but I might be able to pick up some good tips there in terms of like streaming and stuff. So this is all still quite new to me. I'm just hope I'm giving you guys good value and entertaining you, I suppose. That's the main thing. So, but obviously all these extra things are always nice. So Bokaj saying, wouldn't the returns be absolutely massive though? So on sneakers, I found the returns around 15% in total. I would say, then off the top of my head, I'd say half went back into inventory by Amazon as mostly new actually. So as new, very few went back as like used like new. And then I'd say the other 7% would come back and be returned to me. Of those, they were basically just like lightly worn. Like they basically tried them on and worn them outside for like 5 minutes and then, sent them back. So literally you could take like 5 minutes to clean the bottom off. I didn't, I couldn't be bothered. But yeah, you could do that and then probably sell them as like, you could probably get away with new on some of them. Others you don't have to sell them as like used, very good or like new. And then of that, like 1%, I'd say came back kind of trashed. I had one pair of sneakers that came back, and honest, I think they did a switch job. Actually, I should have just fought it. They had a hole in them. They looked like they had grass stains all over them. They were disgusting. I threw them in the bin. Basically, they weren't even good enough to donate. But yeah, so returns are high. That's why people avoided them. But if I'm making £30-40 a pair profit, then I don't care. Well, I obviously rather have no returns, but you built it into it. It's built into the model. So Thomas saying, I've done that with a few variations, couple of some kinds of makeup, a few more popular variations. There you go, exactly. So you can make up. So yeah, it's the whole thing of like manufacturing your own SPM essentially. Like we'd all love to be selling on listings that sell 500 SPM, but you could manufacture your own version of that by selling sort of 10, 50 SPMs if you think of it like that way. So yeah, obviously you need to factor in the other sellers, things like that, but you can make a lot of money from those kind of like slower sellers where the profit's higher essentially. But yeah, cool. So Bert's is saying, is there any way of checking variation sales? A product has over 40, but the sales are averaging between 1250 and 1500 a month. Well, the first thing I look at is, does Amazon tell you the SPM? So if you switch onto the variation on the Amazon listing, does it actually tell you the sales per month under the title? That is the first thing. If Amazon tell you the SPM, that's from like the horse's mouth. That's the final answer, essentially. That's the cheat sheet. Doesn't get better than that. If they don't tell you, it automatically means you're under 50. So, or there's no buy box. So those are the two reasons why they wouldn't show it that I'm aware of. So yeah, if it doesn't show you that it sells, it says something like 600 sales per month, whatever. What was it? I can't remember what exactly it says. Sold in the past month. That's it. If it doesn't say that, it's under 50. From there, you can use things like Keeper, things like that to try and estimate it. It's not that accurate, but you kind of know it's under 50. So yeah, you can kind of use that. You can sometimes use the BSR to try and figure it out. You can use the variation calculator thing, uses the review counts. It's not perfect, but it's the idea being it looks at the number of reviews. If 90% of the reviews, let's say you've got two variations and one's got 90% of the reviews, it would essentially assume that it's getting 90% of the sales and the other one's getting 10% of the sales. I don't know if it factors in time into that, so it could be that the other listing is brand new, So that's there's definitely weaknesses when it comes to that. But if Amazon tell you, that's the main thing, really. So yeah, exactly. Thomas is saying 50 SP. I mean, I took a screenshot earlier. Let me see if I've got it here still. Is it this one? Nope, not that one. Here we go. Yeah. So here, this is an example, guys. So from the PlayStation 5 thing, you can see the blue arrow there. It says 700 bought in the past month. This starts at 50. So if it will start when it hits 50 sales per month, it will have 50 plus, and it goes up in increments of 50, 50s and then hundreds. If you don't see this, it's either because there's no buy box, or because it's less than 50. So, but this is from the horse's mouth. This is Amazon telling you. So if you see this, then it's pretty powerful stuff. So yeah, hopefully that kind of explains that really. So Rose is saying, or the Clark family is saying, with ungating, I've tried with L'Oreal and Oral-B, constantly asking for more help on the case, and it keeps getting declined. So the first thing I'll say is, why is it getting declined? Are they giving you any kind of reason, or is it just like, we've made this decision? If you have tried 10 times, I'd say, and you're definitely making sure, have you definitely ungated things in the past as well? That's the first thing to check, to make sure you've got all your addresses correct and things like that. I'd say also make sure it's actually an invoice. So let's say you got it from the Tino, that's good, it should be an invoice. Make sure your billing address matches the address on your account. If saying the invoice isn't acceptable, I mean, it can happen. You just need to maybe just let that one sit for a few weeks or a month or so, and then you can try again on a different ASIN potentially. It sometimes happens. As I was saying earlier, potentially what you could do is just make sure you, just like I did with the blue arrow thing, just highlight, the brand on the invoice that you're trying to ungate, highlight the billing address on there for them, highlight the fact it's an invoice. Just do all this stuff to make it really obvious for them. And then obviously you can take photos of the products as well, like on your desk. Things like that can always help as well. So just all these little things can help, but sometimes it is tough. You just got to get the right person. Perseverance, essentially, until you get someone who just says, yes, you can sell this. But yeah, so that's pretty much it, I guess, on that. That's all I can say, really. Just perseverance, essentially. Make sure, as long as you're doing everything correctly, then you just got to keep trying, essentially. So look, lots of things ungated, getting the same, return not acceptable. Yeah, so just keep trying. That's all I can say for ungating. You've got to be persistent, and sometimes you have to close it and just wait a few weeks or a month or so and then try again. It sucks really, but that's all I can say really on that one. It is a pain. I understand your pain. It's a good thing in a way, because it means the barrier to entry for Amazon's that little bit tougher, I suppose, especially on some of these brands. So apparently we've got 53 viewers on TikTok, but no comments. If you're watching on TikTok, please come and say hello in the live chat. I don't know if they're all bots or whether you're real people, but if you've got any questions about Amazon FBA, or if you want to get started selling on Amazon, do let me know and ask a question. So what's going on Twitch? Nothing. They've got one viewer on Kick, which is me. So funny, and one on Twitch as well, which is also me. But no, Instagram is doing pretty well, and TikTok's doing well, and YouTube's doing well. So that's very interesting. I can't see the number on there. So, but yeah. So Thomas is saying, Mr. Mogul, how much do you think you can realistically make using price drops and Cogito monthly? I mean, it's become more competitive now. Like there was a price drop the other day on Friday. Okay, it was a ridiculous price drop. I don't think they're gonna honor that price because it was too cheap. It was like Paco Rabanne for like £12. In fact, I think it was cheaper than that. Like if they ship all that, I've basically made like 40 grand, 50 grand profit. Now, I'm not saying that's going to ship. I don't think it will. There's a 99.99% chance that will cancel. But you can make some good money on there. So it all comes... I think basically what happened to me last Christmas in Q4 was I ran out of money. There were too many deals on there for me to buy. I had to start passing up on stuff. And that's essentially what happens. Essentially, you have to pass up on the lower profit items. Or the slower items. But you can make good money on there. I don't know. I can't give you a number. It depends how how hardcore you are. If you're on it every single morning, if you wake up at 7 a.m, start putting the scans in from Cogito price drops into Arbisource, and then run every hour. As soon as an hourly price drop comes in, you run it on Arbisource, get the results, review them. You can make a lot of money on there, more than you have. You'll spend all your money easily. So I'm pretty confident of that. It has become a bit more competitive now, but there's still plenty of deals on there. And so yeah, so Rose is saying Cogito not getting much luck. Are you using Cogito price drops, Rose? Oh yeah, of course. Rose, you told me about that. I do appreciate it. Honestly, if that ships, I will hook you up. Don't worry. So yeah, I do appreciate you telling me. I was playing Xbox with my friends. So yeah, it was some crazy. What did I get? Let me open it up quickly. Oh, it won't ship, by the way. I'm just pointing that out right now. It's a mistake. They'll literally be losing so much money. And honestly, if it ships, I'll be a bit worried. I don't know. But, oh dear. What did I get? I bought, I spent about £15,000. I got some Tom Ford for £20 each. Which is normally, I don't know what it costs. You know, these are excluding that. I got some Versace for £12.92 each. I got some other Versace for £12.36. Some Thierry Mugler, which I can't sell on Amazon, but you can still. It's so cheap. It was £13.93. Some Paco Rabanne for £19.65. Some Hermes for £9.32. Some more Tom Ford, like Black Orchid or whatever it's called. You know, this stuff normally sells for like 90 quid or something like that. Or 60, I can't know what it was. I paid £13.25 for that. I got some Paco. Yeah, I did. Paco Rabanne 1 million. I don't know what size it was. Let's have a look here. It's only the 50ml one. £7.38. I got 100 of those. And then some Thierry de Hermes. But they're not going to ship. So, but that's where the price drops too crazy. That's where they've made a massive mistake. And by the way, there were loads of other deals. I missed a bunch as well. So I think 3, 4, 5 other people got those deals. So it's not going to ship. So far, nothing's happened. We'll see. Basically, I've got all my money tied up now. So yeah, they'll cancel. They're probably scrambling to think, what can we do here? Anyway, so yeah, that's this is why I need to get a what do you call it? I need to get Brad as a mod on here so I can kick these people. Just ignore these kind of like if you see the weird messages on Twitch. Selling viewers apparently or something like that. Cheap views on Streamboo. Yeah. Anyway, so and do you know what? If it arrives, right, I'll put some aside and I'll do some giveaways in the group as well. So yeah, one thing I'll be doing today, by the way. Let me just actually catch up in the chat actually before I tell you. Rose in the money. Well, if I get it delivered, honestly, yeah. Once I factor in. Now, obviously, there's a lot of stuff there. As you mentioned, Thomas, you cannot sell on Amazon. But I'm not turning down Tom Ford or whatever brand it is because I'll be able to sell it on Vinted or eBay or whatever down the market. You know, when I'm paying that little money for those kind of brands, most of the ones I got, because I was a bit late to the party, the ones I got, the ones that you can't sell on Amazon, like Thierry Mugler, Hermes. The only ones I can sell really are Versace, I think. You can't do Tom Ford, I don't think either. I'm not sure. But yeah, so but I'll just sell them down the market. Not, you know what I mean. I'll sell them cheap. I'll just do a double up if people are happy and just sell them in the group. If people want cheap perfume or aftershave, it's all aftershave. No perfume aftershave. I'll do it. Like I'll just do it cheap. But yeah, so yeah. But yeah, I do appreciate that, Rose. Thank you very much. So, but yeah, I spent a lot of money, £15,000. So that's a lot of money to tie up as well on something that's going to cancel. So I'm happy to do it, but obviously most people wouldn't be happy to do that. So yeah. Yeah, the minimum spend was like £1,500, £2,000, I think. It might have been 3,000 actually. I'm not sure exactly, but it was quite a lot. So yeah, I should have messaged Thomas. There you go. So hey Louise, thanks for joining us. Appreciate you coming on there. So we've got Big Boy Bean from TikTok. Thank you for joining us. Yeah, if you guys are anyone on TikTok, feel free to send a message out. I want to see someone message. Yeah, with 4K minimum. There you go. Do you think it's worth buying cheap stuff ungated if you're not yet ungated? It depends how cheap it is. Yes, I would absolutely. So is this kick one down because it's just not. It's just taking up bandwidth, I think. So yeah, obviously today I said this before. I'm at a massive clear out. I donated a crap load of clothes and stuff today. I'm going to be clear. I've got a bunch of, I'm going to be clearing up my locker either today or I do tomorrow actually, or day after, because I need to get that sorted. I need to get that sorted. I'm going to be giving away. I've got all my not 3D printers. Although if someone wants to buy a 3D printer, by the way, I've got a Bamboo Labs X1 Carbon with the AMS. If anyone even knows what this is, and someone wants to buy a 3D print, I'll give you a killer deal on it. I'm selling that, so barely used to be honest. So if anyone wants that, let me know. It is like a £1,500 3D printer. I will literally give you a killer deal on it. If anyone wants it, let me know. But no, I'm going to give away a lot of my thermal printers. I've got 2 here, 2 in my locker. I swear I had 6. I'm trying to think where the other 2 are. Weird. I actually don't know where they are. They might be in my locker. I'm trying to think. I had 6 6 thermal printers. I don't know where they are actually. So anyway, I don't need them. So I'll probably keep 1, maybe 2, but probably just 1 for doing shipping labels. But yeah, yeah, I'll be giving those away in the group. So if you, I think, what else? What I've got? I do have a air pillow machine. I don't know if I want to give that away though, because it cost me like £400. It's quite expensive. Maybe I'll sell it for a good deal, or maybe Chris at Warehouse Goblins will want to take it off my hands. But yeah, I've got a lot of stuff I just need to start clearing out. So I've done like a major clear out. There's still some other stuff to go as well. So yeah. So let's have a look here. So Thomas is saying some killer deals, but don't want to blow money that I can't even work with. Yeah, you need to make sure you can obviously get that brand. I mean, it's a dangerous game, I suppose, in a way, but I'm very confident in my ability to get things ungated. I know eventually things will get ungated. As long as it's not hard gated, then you should be fine. As long as you know other people sell that brand, you should be fine. So Burko saying, during Christmas, Quagita went really well for me, but recently I've been finding it really hard to get nice products that are usually more than 50 SPM. Even when I was using price drops, it never came up. Okay, yeah, it is tougher now, 100%. There are still deals there. There are still deals. But they are harder to find, no doubt. But yeah, so Jacob saying, give me £50 for it. I did actually think about sending it to you to sell for me, but I'll just do it myself. But yeah, so 6. Dang, bro, what are you going to do with 6? Oh, well, I had 2 right in front of me, which I used when I was prepping. I had a little sort of prepping station over there as well. For when my cleaner came in, she also helped me prep as well. Then I had 2 in the unit, in my storage unit, where I used to prep all my sneakers and things like that. So, yeah, I just don't need that many. But I'm just trying to think off the top of my head. I may have given them to my brother, actually. So, but to be fair, he stopped doing Amazon now, so they should be free to go. So I think I'll keep 1, because it's always good, like when you're doing return labels for anything, just to be able to, like, have it print off your the shipping label and stuff like that. So I'll keep 1 definitely. But yeah, the others I don't need. So V12 or 112, I should say, might need a printer. Yeah, well, I'll probably give them. I've already given those away on my group anyway. So guys, if you're not in my Discord group, by the way, should be a link in the description in all these different streaming platforms for you to come and join the group. So I give away, the biggest thing I've given away is a MacBook. That was like £1,000 MacBook. That's the most expensive thing I give away. But every week now we give away softwares. So this week, for example, we're giving away 6 months worth of Profit Sweep access. So first place gets 3 months of free access. Second place gets 2 months. Third place gets 1 month. So and Thomas said the biggest thing you're giving away is knowledge, and I also give knowledge away. So it's win-win. You get it all basically. So I give it all. Yeah. So. Yeah, I don't know of any other FBA group that has given away anything as good monetarily as a MacBook. So or anywhere even close to a MacBook. I'm pretty crazy though, to be honest. So Rose is saying, is MAM IP? I don't know. I'd have to look and see. I think so. That is the baby brand, right? Which does baby bottles and stuff like that. I think it is. But off the top of my head, maybe. But you have to do your own research on that one, or have to have a proper look. I couldn't tell you right now. So Thomas says, what if I buy the item, it turns out to be hard gated like Maybelline was? Well, add it to your, Seller Central. They shouldn't allow you to ungate it and then hard gate you. It should just be immediately hard gated. So V12 saying, well, I missed out on a lot. Yeah, I do give away a lot. So jump in the group. I said we're doing weekly giveaways now. Generally, those are always software. So the first week we gave away 6 months worth of Arbisource access. The second week, because I've been running these ones for 3 weeks, 3 weeks now this year. Second week was 500 items of free prep. So there were 5 winners for that. It was 100 each. And then this week we're doing the Profit Sweep giveaway. And then next week, I'm not sure exactly. It might be Cookie Price Drops. It might be another company called Saucio. So we'll have to talk about that. But yeah, we're doing some giveaway for them as well. So there's all sorts of giveaways. So yeah, that's why I've started to push these companies a little bit more now to give us some more value, give you guys some freebies, some competitions and stuff. So yeah, it's pretty awesome. And then I guess in a week where there's nothing, I'll just give something away myself. We also do the leaderboard giveaway as well. So every month you can win. And I didn't want to give money for this because I didn't want people just to invite bots, but you can win a free one-on-one call with me for like an hour if you want it. And then we also do the monthly £50 giveaway or raffle if you post your results as well. So lots of money being given away basically, and lots of goodies in the group essentially. So yeah, it's kind of crazy really. And as I do better, I will give more away. So but yeah, oh wow, we actually got a Kick message. I closed down Kick, so thank you for joining on Kick. That is amazing. Can I reopen that tab? That is amazing. We've got Kick on here, so I think that's Kick. That's cool. Is this Kick? I think it is. So tell me, is there a situation you are a carrot? Why are you doing me in... Oh my god. Okay. So, well, there might have to be some bans going on potentially. I don't know. Let's see what's going on anyway. So, hey, can we communicate to the Kick users via the chat on your screen? No, they can't know it. It's all coming to me. It doesn't go out. I'm 99% sure. So, so apparently your mum's saying, what are you chatting about? We're talking about Amazon FBA and selling on Amazon. So if you've got any questions about selling on Amazon, let me know. But no, Thomas, you can't communicate, unfortunately. So most people are on either Instagram or YouTube. But yeah, we're trying to get streaming going on the other platforms as well. I think I'm going to have to get some mods at some point. So if you're interested in being a moderator, I've already got Brad kindly offered to be a moderator. Snappy Fish says, is Kick still going strong? I've got no idea. It was just one of the options that was available. So I thought, well, may as well do it. Yeah, I've got no idea. So, hey, YouTube, Kick is better. Like Toy Story 3 is better than the first one. Okay, fair enough. It's Toy Story 3. I don't know. But yeah, so, well, YouTube's the OG, isn't it? YouTube is the best, I think. But yeah, so V112 saying, see you guys in Discord. Yeah, absolutely. Come and join the Discord community. You might want to change the name of the stream. What is the name of the stream? Why has it done that? It's meant to have changed it. I don't know how to change it. This is so annoying. Yeah. I've got no idea how to do that. Stream info, edit. Here we go. Oh, I can hear myself as well now on here. So let me just mute that quickly. Yeah, I don't know why it's done that for me. I changed it. I'm using Streamlabs, by the way, to do this. So it's meant to be doing all this stuff for me, but it's obviously totally messed up. But thank you for pointing that out. I do appreciate it. I will change that. I've changed the stream name now. So thank you for letting me know there. Yeah, that was, I don't know why I did that. I have to keep an eye on that. This is all a massive learning curve for me still. But yeah, if you've got any questions about Amazon, feel free or anything like that. So yeah, it's all good. Oh, I'm getting messages on Discord as well. Able to go through seller forms and read and see. Do you mean forums or forms? Not sure what you mean there. Read about the news and might learn a little. Not sure what you mean. Send me a link on what you're doing. The seller forums, by the way, are terrible. I wouldn't ever recommend anyone use those for the Seller Central forums. They're literally full of disinformation and negativity. So I wouldn't. I would not use that for any kind of information, to be honest, whatsoever. It is the worst place ever for information or anything to do with Amazon, even though it's on the Seller Central thing. So Maybelline did that, though. Okay, Thomas, that is a very rare circumstance where you get ungated on a brand like that and then they hardgate you. That is... maybe there's very few that do that. Maybelline is probably the only one that I know of. Yeah, seller forums are good for reducing. Exactly. Yeah, exactly. People are so like negative on there and trying to get put people off from doing Amazon. Yeah. Oh yeah, exactly. So like the bottom left, YouTube is superior. I'll buy a bottle of that 1 million mogul. Sure, if it gets shipped, I'm sure I'll be able to do you guys some good deals on that. So it's all going to my prep center, but I'll tell him to keep some aside for giveaways and things like that. So and of course, Rose will be able to choose a few free perfumes if she decides as well. So or just cash. But yeah, so yeah, do not use the seller forums. They are not good. Yeah, actually making me wonder now what my stream's called on all the other platforms now. But yeah, it seems fine on Twitch. I don't know about Instagram. Seems fine on TikTok. It's fine on YouTube. I don't know. Anyway, it's all fun and games, I suppose, all this kind of stuff. So, but yeah. Cool. If you guys got any more questions, let me know. Happy to hang out for as long as we need to. I'll tell you what I need to do, though. Actually make some more proper videos for YouTube. For FBA Mogul, some actual like proper content. But so I don't know if I mentioned last time, I have hired a YouTube coach to help me to make better videos for you guys. So obviously it's not just for you, it's so I can make better videos. But obviously the content is for you. So yeah, hopefully I'm going to make better. Everything's going to be better essentially. So I paid this guy an absolute fortune to help me improve my YouTube channel. So yeah, the content's going to get better, the filmography, the thumbnails, everything's going to get better essentially. So the content is going to have better strategies behind it, better format. Everything's going to be better. So that's something I'm really excited to get working on. And yeah, he's doing like a massive channel audit for me. And yeah, I need to get back on the sort of making those videos and making really high quality content for you guys. Making some really quality videos. So I'm really looking forward to doing that. But yeah, I'm trying to really level up the social media to like a crazy degree. So it was should I say? I don't know. I would say it was £4,000 basically. So to get some YouTube mentoring. So yeah, it's hopefully going to be worth it. The guy is very knowledgeable. So yeah, it's going to be pretty awesome. He's got a channel that's got over 1 million subscribers. Not that I'm ever expecting to get that, but yeah, it's exciting stuff. So Thomas is saying, do you only source from Gita right now or some secret other place too? I'll be honest, right now, since Q4, I have not done much sourcing. I have been a bit lazy on the Amazon FBA front. I need to get back onto it. Obviously, I was in Dubai for a month. I'm going back out to Dubai. My main focus right now is going to be focusing on the YouTube. And I say the Amazon FBA is taking a little bit of a back burner. I'm going to get back onto it, though. I've opened my first wholesale account, so that's where I'm going to be focusing my time, is on wholesale. Now, I'll be doing OA as well. I'm going to get my VA to do OA. So I stay on that. I'll be doing A2A as well still. but wholesale is going to be where I'm looking to make most of my purchases, and obviously I'll do Cogito as well. It's easy money. I feel like Cogito is easy money, but yeah, I've not done a huge amount of sourcing, and I have bought a few things here and there, but nothing too crazy. I've not been doing hardcore sourcing, whereas I was literally, when I was doing it for Q4, every day I was up at like 6, 7 a.m. I was running those scans. I was running the scans every hour, trying to find the deals. And I say, you've got to be in it to win it. You've got to be in there doing the work to find the deal. So, but yeah, so Jordan Daniel, thanks for joining us. Hi, I want to ask, in terms of storage fees, how they calculate and how they charge. Is it per unit? No, it's per square foot. So there is a different storage fee for essentially Q4, so October, November, December, and then basically the rest of the year. It's more expensive in Q4, and it's basically based on square footage. There are different storage fees depending on, it's essentially what is called standard storage, which is basically most items. There's footwear and apparel, that's another its own section. There's oversize, which I can't remember the exact dimensions for that, but that's a separate storage fee as well. And I feel like there's one more, but I think that's pretty much, hazmat I think is its own storage. So each one you get your own storage utilization, as in terms of your storage score, how much storage you're allowed to store as well. That's actually a problem I ran into with footwear and apparel, by the way. We'll talk about that in a second, remind me. And then each one, I think, has a different charge. Honestly, Amazon FBA storage is pretty cheap. It's also, depending on, again, on your inventory performance. As long as you don't keep too much in stock over a very long period, it's free for the first 6 months, 180 days. And then they start charging you based on essentially the square footage of the items. So it's actually pretty cheap. I've had like, I don't know, 250,000 there at Christmas, and I was paying maybe £400-500 in storage, and a lot of that was obviously not the newer stuff, it was the older stuff. So yeah, it's as long as you keep your products moving, you should have very few storage costs. Obviously that's not always possible, but it's pretty reasonable, to be honest. The amount of stuff you can store in Amazon for a reasonable price is quite good, but at the same time you do have to keep an eye on it and make sure it doesn't add up too much. But yes, square footage. And yeah, with the sneakers, I actually kept running into storage issues. I had loads of free storage on standard items. You can't transfer it over. I had a certain amount of square footage for footwear and apparel. I kept hitting that limit. And the only way you can improve it and get more was to buy more. And it was very expensive to buy more storage. So I actually ran into massive issues there. Where I just wasn't able to send any more units in, and my prep center had to hike. I had some, my prep center had some. We just had to hold them back until we had more, storage utilization. It was a real pain, to be honest. That really did hurt actually my sales, I suppose, a little bit. Not necessarily, but like it did hurt a little bit anyway. But yeah, so hopefully that answered that question anyway. Z, hey, how's it going? Storefront sourcing, or storefront stalking, as you also called, being saturated. What other methods would you recommend? I don't think that's saturated at all, really. I mean, a lot of VAs do it, but it's a good way to learn what brands to sell, what products to sell, seeing what other sellers are selling. It's a good eye-opening experience, especially if you're new to Amazon, to learn like what people are selling. That can be quite illuminating, and then obviously once you're reverse sourcing them, and throwing out what sites they bought from, it also opens your mind and shows you where you can buy from as well, what sites are good. There's loads of other methods. My favorite one is like the whole newsletter sourcing. It doesn't seem very popular, but I found it good. But all these methods, by the way, take time and practice. You can't literally go in and expect to be successful right away. But newsletter sourcing, sign up to newsletters for loads of different websites. If you go to, I do have a link actually for a list of like 600 sites. I'll have to find that. Yeah, I need to have these like ready to go. And yeah, sign up to as many newsletters as possible, and then every morning you're checking the newsletters, looking for sales. Essentially, everything we buy in OA and for Amazon is on sale, on discount, or whatever. And all the newsletters do is tell you where the sales are. There's no guarantee they're going to be profitable items there, but it gives you an idea where the sales are. So and means you've got a better chance of finding a profitable deal. So that's a good one. You've got A2A is another method as well. Keeper Product Finder is another one as well. God, I can't think really. Yeah, I can't think off the top of my head now. Those are pretty much the methods that I've used, essentially. Cogito as well, I suppose. But yeah, to be fair, Keeper Product Finder is one I never use, but it's actually super powerful. But yeah, that's one it's my weakest one, and one I need to learn need to actually sit down and learn. It's also the most powerful one as well. Possibly the hardest one to learn as well. I know Brad is very good at Keeper Product Finder. Might have to get him to make a tutorial for us. So Thomas is saying open an account. I'm guessing where is secret. Oh yeah, I mean I can't tell you like the wholesaler. Like it's just if I do, it'll just get killed. So you know I share 99.99% of my knowledge. I just won't tell you specifically sometimes what I'm buying or where I buy it from. Otherwise, and there's no point me telling you anyway because everyone will then jump on it and you won't have any success either. So, but yeah, so V112 is saying, what software are you using to get banging deals? There's quite a few different softwares. One is Arbisource. I don't know if you want the link for that. I've got a coupon code. I've got coupon codes for most stuff, actually. Let me get that for you if you want. So this is asked on Instagram, by the way. So Arbisource is really powerful. You can use the link there. You can use my code FBA Mogul 30 as well. I'll throw that to get 30% off your first month. I'll throw that into the YouTube as well. Apparently I've got to go to here. There we go. And FBA Mogul 30 if you want to get 30% off. I think it's got a 7-day free trial as well. So you can try that. That's pretty powerful software, to be honest. You can do all sorts of stuff like wholesales, scanning. You can do online website scanning, all sorts of stuff. So aimed at mainly UK though, and a bit of US. I think it's USA and UK. So yeah, so you check that out if you want to give that a go. It's pretty good software. And then if you want to do Amazon to Amazon, Profit Sweep's another good one as well. I mean, there's loads of them to be fair, but that's the main one. Arbisource is really powerful to be fair. Everyone who uses it is like, wow, this is amazing. Actually, someone said today, like, this is amazing. And I'm like, it is actually amazing what the guy's done. So, to build that up. It takes a long time to code all that stuff. Thomas, can you tell us how you find a wholesaler like that? So, someone told me. Yeah, someone gave me the lead on that one. So I'm sworn to secrecy on it. I am aware, and this is what I need to learn with wholesale, so I can actually teach you guys the methods of finding wholesale. Now, I know the theory behind it, but I've not actually implemented it myself. But yeah, once I actually have done this stuff, I'll be able to teach you guys that method, how to get wholesale accounts. It's not rocket science. You need to create like a basic website, potentially, so it looks like you got a web presence. I don't know why they need a web presence, but you need to hit the phones, essentially. That's what you need to do, potentially get in touch with each brand and ask who their distributors are as well. Can be another way to do it. But yeah, you've got to hit the phones, build relationships, and just also expect as well, like with this one, I don't think the price is so far that fantastic. I've probably going to make a couple of orders where I'm going to break even or maybe even take a small loss and build a relationship where I can hopefully negotiate better prices. Again, this is all stuff I'm going to be learning. So, but yeah, so Z, was it when you mentioned last week, catering equipment, etc.? No, I don't think I mentioned it last week. So it's not. It's interesting actually. I did actually go to a wholesaler in Nottingham actually about a year or so ago. And this guy, he had like a massive kitchen sort of catering equipment sort of, place. It was insane. He did also, and he had a lot of stuff that he did like almost like private label. He'd buy and get these things manufactured in China. Like he said, he bought like 1 million pizza cutters, and had them all. It's just like that is just insane. And he had loads of them still left. He said in his warehouse he still had loads and loads of them. And he even gave me one, which is nice. And I was like, because I was thinking, these could be a really good private label product, right? If I could get these super cheap, like 20p or 10p each, and they're actually good quality. The problem is, though, they've been sat around for so long that they're all, like, filthy. So every single one of them, you'd have to basically take the sleeve off it, and, like, some of them were even, like, rusted, and basically give them, like, a good clean. And I was like, even if I got these for free, I'd have to, like, seriously think about how the labor cost of someone sitting there and spending ages cleaning, like, I don't know, 50,000 pizza things or whatever. So I was like, it's a bit crazy. But it was interesting, actually, to see that. I actually never followed up, actually, with it. But it was very interesting to see. It was called... What was it called? I'll try and remember the name of it, and you guys can get in touch if you want on that one. So that was a catering equipment. Let me Google it quickly. Catering equipment, Nottingham. Yeah, it's first one that came up. Aaliyah Catering Equipment, ELYA. So there may be some deals there. Who knows? So the guy seems to do a lot of sort of like private label under his own brand. So yeah, ELYA Catering Equipment, Aaliyah or Leia. So give them a go if you want. So yeah, it's crazy that place. Yeah. Thomas saying £1.50 profit, £12.50 cost price, 100% worth it. So what's the ROI? Well, I guess so. Are you going to get 100 SPM? How many other sellers are there on that one? So that's the first question I'd say. So of that 100 SPM, which the listing is, how many sales are you anticipating to get? If you just took all the sellers at sort of like the buy box price or within 5% of it, assumed everyone got an equal share of it, how many sales a month would you get? So the way that I calculate things these days, I have stopped looking at it as a terms of a profit per unit. I look at how much I can make on a listing per month. So whether that's made up of, let's say £50 is pretty much what it is, okay? So that's the minimum I want to make a month on a listing. Now, if that's made up of one sale a month of £50 profit or 50 units at £1 profit, I'm generally not too fussed, as long as I can obviously factor in, prep costs and things like that. So, and hassle and things like that. So generally, I don't really care how it's made up. So that's the way I look at it. So it may be that I would turn down a one sale per month where I'm only going to make £20 profit. It might look good, but for me, I mean, obviously everyone's got different criteria now. For me, that's basically what I set as my criteria for my VA. It's kind of the criteria for myself as well. I do factor in, or I used to anyway, the hassle. And the reason, by the way, I set this is because, especially when you're doing it yourself, you've got to factor in all the work that goes into that item, essentially. So if you buy like 10 units, and it goes, it turns out you've got prep center as well. So I don't care personally if it's say 1 unit of 50 profit or 50 units of £1 profit each. End of the day, I'm making the same profit as long as I factor in prep costs. If I've got to sit here and prep 50 units myself, then I do care and I won't do it. If I've got to prep 1 unit, then that's fine, I'll do it. Likewise as well, if you're chasing your own invoices, it also depends what kind of hassle that site gives you when it comes to invoices. So is it just a nice site like Amazon or some of, I don't know, Smith's example, where you can just log into your account and download the invoice? In that case, I might be willing to take a £20 profit per month on that listing or £30 profit per listing. If it's one where I have to like Boots, have to chase them and answer questions and it's hassle and blah, 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 then you know what? The money I want to make off this deal is going to be higher. So you've got to factor in all these extra little costs that come in, admin from an admin point of view, and I suppose from a prep point of view in terms of time into these things. Now, it doesn't matter so much when you've got a admin VA. Doesn't matter so much when you've got a prep center. But when you're doing this stuff yourself, you need to factor these things in. So Thomas is saying 50% ROI, 3 sellers, 3 to 5, so maybe 60 to 150 per month. Then it sounds like a good deal to me. So yes, absolutely, it sounds like a good deal to me. I would jump on that. But hopefully that kind of makes sense in how I think about what I buy. I used to think of it in terms of, I can make whatever, X per unit at ROI, I'll buy it. I never really seem to factor in what actually you could make off that listing per month. That's a more important thing to factor in. So yeah, V112, yeah, Aaliyah Catering Equipment Nottingham, there you go. So yeah, give that one a go. I'm not saying there's any things there, but the guy's very knowledgeable. He gets things made in China, brings them over. Including some massive equipment as well, like when you go to like a kebab shop, the kebab sort of turner thing, cooker thing. Here's that kind of stuff manufactured, things like that. So it's kind of crazy, really. There's definitely opportunity for that kind of stuff, definitely for private label point of view. Where essentially you could, essentially my thought process behind that was like, well, I could buy from him. It necessarily wouldn't be as cheaper, but if I could buy from him and get these kind of like private label products and sell them, there could be a good opportunity there. So I think he was trying to get the guy who owns it. He's a little bit old school, I suppose. He was trying to get his son into it, but into the Amazon thing, but he didn't seem all that interested. So, but yeah, I just need to go back at some point, I think. Yeah, maybe. So I'm going to Dubai in a few days. I may not come back. Who knows? So I've kind of been prepping my apartment a little bit. So in case I don't come back, been tidying it up and stuff like that. So it's definitely something in mind. I said to myself, actually, I don't know. I've been in two minds of when I want to move there. And one, it's a tricky situation because my cost of living is so little here. And I'd basically be going from essentially £0, not cost of living, but in terms of rent and mortgage, to $3,000 to $3,500 a month. I really just it's a hard thing to stomach. So I said to myself, well, I'll knuckle down for this year. I'll go for this month to Dubai, come back to UK, knuckle down for a year, and go out and move out there in April next year. But part of me is just thinking, just putting it off. If you're just going to just go and move out there and get it done, and just suck it up and pay what you have to pay, and just work hard and make more money. So that's what I don't know. Those are the things I'm thinking right now anyway, the kind of stuff. So moving to another country is definitely, I don't know, it's a big decision, I suppose. But I guess if it all goes bad, I can always move back though. So, I just don't want to burn through all my savings. That's the main thing. But yeah, it's definitely something to consider. But I'm looking forward to going though for at least a month. But yeah, any other questions, guys? Or are we good to wrap it up? Let me know. So I'm happy to hang out if there's any more questions. You guys want to hang out? I'm always happy to stay. But if it's run its course, then I'm also good to go and chill. I've been pretty tired today. So yeah, this guy sent me all his tracking numbers, invoices. So I'll check that out tomorrow. Sorry, I won't be able to view it now if you're watching. It's just I'm too tired. But to review a load of invoices and stuff like that. So, but yeah, no, it's been a really good stream, guys. I've really enjoyed chatting to you, and it's been good fun. So again, I want to thank Profitex Pro for sponsoring. They've been a super good company to me, by the way. Firstly, the software is good. I love the software. I've been using it for now probably a year or so. But obviously, they were very good to my channel as well and to me. They've been very generous in the sponsorships and stuff. They're a really solid company. And yeah, so I really appreciative to them, and it's nice to obviously use good software as well. So yeah, it's the one that I use, and it's really, really good repricer. So check it out, link in the description for that. If that's it, guys, I will wrap it up. Looks like we had 27 viewers today on YouTube, which is pretty awesome. And yeah, it looks like TikTok went pretty well. We had 85 viewers total. Not sure how Instagram's doing, but V12 saying good luck with your move. Enjoy your stay. Thank you. Appreciate that. Thank you very much. Hopefully I'll see you again soon. Obviously, we'll be chatting in Discord as well. But yeah, thanks guys for watching. It looks like we've kind of run the course on this. And yeah, I'll go and relax now a bit and then go to bed. Thanks very much, guys, for watching. I do appreciate it, and I'll see you on the next one. And next one, by the way, is Wednesday, 8 p.m. So, yeah, 8 p.m. Wednesday. Should be fine. I'm flying to Dubai next day, but I'm probably going to squeeze that in. Thanks, guys, for watching. Yeah, so V12, it'll be Wednesday, 8 p.m. I should be on for that one, so I should be able to squeeze that in. So, Bert saying thanks for enjoy the holiday. Thanks, mate. It's not a holiday, though, unfortunately. I'll be working out there as well. So, when I get to Dubai, I'll be doing live streams as well. I'll be working, and yeah, it's just a change of environment. I'll still be working as hard, if not harder, than I do now. So, that's the plan, really. So, if I move out there, I've got to work really hard.